But a very important thing here, which you need to consider it, you are producing thousands of different materials, right? Out of those thousands of different materials, you should try to identify, maybe it's a direct material, but is it the one material which is going in maximum number of places? I give you example. I will give you 2-3 examples, okay? First example I give you, we worked into a construction industry where we were producing concrete elements, right? To produce concrete elements, our main core ingredient was a concrete. We do the casting from the concrete. And to produce concrete, we have a big silos where we store the cement. Now, cement, if you see the cost wise, is in that industry, there's a 3 major cost: cement, steel, and labor. So it's a costly material. Cost wise, if you'll say compare with the another material, it's class A material. But cement is kind of a material, whether I have an order for a product A from customer 1, or I have an order from product B from customer 2, all the cases I would be requiring a cement. So cement is my continuous product. I want my silo to be always filled with 70%, or maybe my safety stock is 50% level. That much of silo I want to always be filled with by cement. It should not go beyond that, right? So there should be continuous supply. Or it is going to be below 50%, 2 trucks more will come. It should fulfill my silo. It's costly material, but it's a common material going into the multiple products. If my cement goes off, my 90% production got stopped. I cannot do anything, right? So these kind of materials, although it is a raw material, direct material, but you would prefer to use VB, reorder based planning. Same thing in automobile. You have shims, you have springs. The shim springs go into the 100 of materials, and it's a small material. One shim would be costing you 10 paisa. One spring will be costing you 50 paisa, which you put into the sub-assembly. Okay, which you put into the sub-assembly, right? So these are the small materials, a part of the bill of material, but it is the material. Your nuts, bolts can also be the materials, which is a common material, okay, which will be used in multiple products. You know that if I am having a stock of 5,000 extra today, within 10 days or within 20 days, it will get consumed. Either in product A, product B, product C, shims and springs, so lagni hi hai, it will get consumed. Cement to lagna hi hai, cement will get consumed. You're sure about that. So that's a continuous flowing material, which is used into the multiple materials. So if you have a little bit of extra stock, you are not worried, it will get consumed. Those kind of materials you can think about to put the MRP type as a VB, reorder based MRP type. Okay, especially when it comes to the low cost material. When it comes to the low cost material, then you can take a call, even though if you have little extra inventory, it does not mind you, right? But we are producing engines. We are producing engine, or let me give you exact actual example. We are producing pumps. Okay, and this diesel pump we are producing for a client called VW, Volkswagen. And for VW, we are producing the pumps. For these pumps which we are producing for VW, we need a pump casting. Now, this pump casting can only be used for this VW product, which is my export one. And I give, in a monthly basis, I give 200 to 300 orders to this VW, right? So this pump casting is expensive. If I order additional, okay, if I am having a 500 here, then I am not getting the order, then it would be staying in my stock. I would not be able to consume it because it is specifically used here. Costly material, direct material, specifically used for some particular order, not used into the multiple places. I have an overstock. It would be very difficult for me to replenish or to consume that stock in other places. those kind of materials, definitely I will go with the PD. Definitely I will go with the PD. I have seen people prefer less. The people does not prefer to maintain VB. The reason behind is the master data. Problem with the VB is master data. Whatever the effort we put in one industry, we put it a very good effort. We almost spent, it was a big project. For the VB material, the planning data, reorder point, it goes with the multiple times scrutining from multiple countries. Almost spent 6 months of effort to get the right data, put it right data into the system. But down the line, 2 years or 3 years, we see nobody has changed the data. Their processes got changed, their lead times got changed, their consumption rates got changed, but nobody changed this data into the master data. And then they said that the planning is not happening, MRP is not working. So for VP, you need to always adopt your data. You need to make sure you tell your business boss, bhaiya, every 6 months, look at your data and change it where it is required. Okay, so VB is very good, but it has a certain problems. It has a certain problem. And PP guys would be able to know how these certain problems can be resolved into the excellence session, when we'll be jumping in excellence session and we'll be covering DDMRP, which is called the 4th generation of MRP. DDMRP is actually the improved version of VB, or it's a combination of VB and PD. Okay, so this concept we are covering in 2 trainings. IBP, we are covering DDMRP, and PP Excellence, we are covering DDMRP. Okay, so when you will jump into the PP Excellence is more about the planning only. When it comes core to the PP structure, it's more about the planning. So we'll be discussing about DDMRP. What is DDMRP and how it would be improving the VB, how it would be combining the approaches, benefits from both VB and PD. Okay, now I think you would be clear where we need to use VB and where we need to use VD. I hope that would be very clear.